This is an instructional video intended to help you set up your three-faced Jester animatronic from Home Depot. First, take all of your parts out of the box. Your parts should include 2 shoes, the control box with the metal center frame, the back metal piece, the pants, 2 arm pieces with foam, 2 leg poles, 2 foam shaping pieces, the Jester's head, the shirt, 3 different masks, 2 of which should come with a piece of cloth strung through them, and the 2 hands. Lastly, you should have a metal base that looks something like this. Start by placing the metal base on a flat surface in the position you see here, and locate the leg pole with the label C. That pole is going to connect into the front connector on the base, and then the pole labeled B is going to connect into the back connector on the base, as long as you have it in this correct positioning. Locate the shoe labeled D, or if it's missing the label, the shoe that has the hole more towards the front of the foot, and slide that over the back pole labeled B. Then take the other shoe labeled E and slide that over your front leg pole labeled C. Locate this little rotating metal piece in the back of the base and connect it into the leg pole labeled B to give it some extra support, before then adding on your foam leg shaping pieces and sliding them all the way to the bottom of the leg poles. Then you can go ahead and take your pants, it doesn't matter which orientation they are, opening up the end of the pant legs and sliding them all the way to the bottom of the leg poles before taking the waistband and opening up over the 2 leg poles. Then you'll use the exposed tops of the 2 leg poles to connect in your center frame with control box. This can be a little bit difficult, but don't get frustrated and just work on it by twisting the poles until the locking pins lock into place. After that, you can slide the waistband of the pants up until it goes over the little plastic frame at the bottom of your center contraption. At this point, you'll want to go ahead and locate the adapter and plug it into the adapter jack on the control box. The three-faced Jester's control box has a volume control knob that can turn the volume up or down. It has a place where you can plug in the adapter. It also has a jack for your trimes and step pads if you would like to use those. And it has a switch that can be in the off position, which is where you want it to be if you're using it on trime mode. It can also be in sensor position, which is where it will activate through the IR sensor. And it can be in the on position, where it will go continuously. Now throw the shirt over top of the main center frame using the opening at the bottom, and then you just want to kind of set it up over top of the shoulder frame before going ahead and locating the IR sensor underneath of the shirt, and then using the hook and loop fasteners to attach it right into the hole on the shirt. Then you're going to want to go ahead and locate the arm labeled J and slide that arm up through the Jester's right sleeve before reaching all the way up to the top and using the fork to attach it into the shoulder frame. You'll do the same thing with the other arm, and then locate each of the hands. The hand that has the connector piece for the face goes into his left arm, and the other hand goes into the right arm. Then you can go ahead and take the sleeves and run them all the way up the hands and use the Velcro strips to attach the sleeves up on the wrists. After this, you will want to go ahead and locate the head of the Jester. Underneath of the head, you'll see that there is a little fork for you to attach it into the top of the Jester's neck area, before then going into the back of the Jester's clothing and connecting the red wire coming from the head and the control box and the other white wire coming from the head and the control box. Then you can take your little spine metal piece, attach that into the fork on the top back of his head, and then you'll go ahead and Velcro up the clothing for the last time. At this point, you can choose one of the 3 masks to slide into the connector point on his left hand. It is a little tricky, but you just have to slide that connection into the opening on the hand. It's a white connection piece. And then you will go ahead and take the other 2 masks and run the gray fabric up through the eyes before tying it to the center frame pole in the middle of his waist. And you can rest those on his knee. At this point, you can go ahead and plug the adapter into the wall, and your setup is complete.
We are going to have so much fun playing evil characters, and we've only begun. I have so many to choose, over a ton, but having trouble deciding which one. Every mask is horrific, even worse than the last. The performance top-notch and never outclassed. I'll strip away your courage until you have none, and soak up your terror when I am done. Consider yourself warned from my mirthful pun, that if you value your life, don't walk away, run!